Hi, this is Colette from Soul Life Loving. I'm just doing a really quick thing on being a poor artist and not always being able to afford canvases and things, because you need to practice, you need to play, you need to get your hands in and get dirty, and it doesn't, you know, when you're thinking, oh my god, I can't afford any more canvases, they've got to be right. And even art paper is expensive when you can just about eat, and it's a problem. Now, I don't know where you live. I mean, we have a lot of charity second-hand shops around here, but we also have a culture where things you don't need are left out. So if anybody's fed up of a painting, they just put it outside, either outside their homes or outside a bin. Excuse me, honorary babe. And a lot of the canvases that I found to play with, and also charity shops, if a canvas has been damaged in some way, but it's still usable, I can just stick my head around the door and say, have you got any old paintings that you don't want? Sometimes all I've got left is it's been a print in a glass frame, and the mirror's broke, glass is broke, and the print underneath it's been damaged, and they're just going to lose it. But it still has the frame, and it still has the backboard to it, and I'll use that backboard. Anything that allows me to play without fretting and worrying about the cost, because it's only when you get to play at art, and that goes for whether you're abstract or you know, you paint what you see. It doesn't really matter. You still have to improve your technique, you still have to improve your brush strokes and your paint texture and everything. So if you are really struggling, my advice is I went around wood yards for scrap bits of ply. I've got some here, but I've got a lot of painting stacked up against it. But you know, just that really thin, flexible plyboard, offcuts, they just get lost in the bin. I've gone in and asked if I can go and root in the bin for any bits. Doesn't matter how big they are or small they are, anything that will allow me to practice, because those things are free. It's a free resource, and it has helped me enormously because it's allowed me to play. I've also found old used, like, oh, can I get this without absolutely demolishing everything? These kind of things, which watercolour pads, because they're a bit thicker. But what I'm saying is they might be empty, but you've also got that you can use, and you've also got on the back, oh, fingers, you know, quite a thick card that you can use as well. So you know, there's quite a few things that you can have access to that are free, that you can play around with. And the other pointer is, when I use, no, they're not iridescent, they're shimmery car paints, metallic car paints. I haven't got them here because they're under the stairs in the flat, and I've got 3 drawers full of. Some of them are discarded, some of them were at the pound shop. Cheap chuckaways. People that have only used half a can, that I've managed to scrounge off somebody doing a quick spray job, that kind of thing. But the canvas. Oh, I haven't got one to show you. Never mind. We will make do. If I've got anything. All right, I'm going to show you this. I'll just cover up this, and you can see. But it's really highly shimmery. Don't that's a crap example, and I'm sorry. But the base of that you put down, because I tried spray canning canvases and it just sucks it in. It takes all the shimmer out of it, all the metallic, and it goes back to being kind of a dull thing, and then it fades and it's crap. And I went through so many different things to try and get the paint to not just sit on the top and be true, but not to fade and not to soak in. And the one thing I found, and I have been using this for years, is it's called Rust-Oleum, Rust-Oleum. Sorry, there's a crappy sticker right over the bloody name. I can't remember it. It's probably not pronounced Rust-Oleum. It's just spelt like that, and I'm guessing. But it's chalkboard paint, and I have tried, and this is a matte finish, and I've tried so many blackboard paints, and I once tried one called Rustins, which was meant to be the dog's bollocks of chalkboard paint, and it was crap. I just did all this beautiful spraying and templating, and then like a week later it was flat as a pancake, and I cried. So it's chalkboard paint by Rust-Oleums, and this is, I think it's about 15 quid, and this is 750ml. It lasts ever such a long time. You need to shake it, and you need to stir it and stir it and stir it until it's all creamy, because it's so dense, the pigments in it, that they settle to the bottom. So you have to keep stirring it. I love this. I did my chief, my big painting in the sitting room was undercoated with this, and I've also used it when I've as an undercoat, and I've put paint on top. When I've used paint on top of that, and that you can put a black light on, so it was just look blue and black, but when you put the black light on, it fluoresced into a mega Christmas tree with an owl on the top, and I called it Hunting for Christmas, and I gave it to my son before he went off and with his partner to another country, and I just wanted him to have something beautiful, and this was the base, because it held such a lot of the spray on it, and also if you are using black light fluorescing paints on a canvas, my advice is to coat the back as well as the top, and to give it at least 5 coats. After that it didn't look any different, but up to the 5th coat it got deeper, and then when the light fluoresced on it, when the black light fluoresced on it, it held its depth of colour. So oh god, I put casters on my seat so that I could shuffle around from shelf to shelf while I was on here, because I can't really stand that much anymore leaning over. It gets me right on my sciatic line, and the days of stretching that are over. But it moves. Every time I move, it moves. Just have to make sure it's behind me, otherwise I'll fall flat on my arse. Anyway, good luck with that information. Thanks, bye.